Hello, Danae from Marsha's Garden. Sorry I was gone for a little bit. I got a little sick for a while. Had to take some time off of making these videos. But I'm back at it and planning out, hopefully, the beginning of a successful flower farm. We'll see. Um, so what I've been working on lately, and I'm just going to give you a quick update. It's raining outside. It's a miserable day. It's like 50 degrees in Iowa. It's supposed to warm up, though, next week. Um, but if I can, oh no, hopefully you can see that. We'll get up closer here. And so what I did is I just took, I Googled the farm and I did an overview of Google and I did a screenshot. I imported that into GIMP, and which GIMP is a photo editing software. It's a free one. Unlike like Adobe Photoshop, it's similar, but it's free. So I just took a screenshot, I put it in there, and then it has like the measurement tools and all of that. So I'd already measured in a previous video. So across here was 55 feet. Just to make it easier in GIMP, I did 50, and then we had 220 feet going a long ways. And so what I did is I just measured out, assuming that each bed was 4 feet by 10 feet. And then I wanted to have 4-foot walkways, north to south, and then from east to west 2-foot walkways. And I'm just kind of going based on that Floret Farms garden cut flower garden book. I'm just taking some of her advice, putting it into the layout, and what I came up with is I could have 128 flower beds. So that's a lot. So I had ordered some seeds. I actually have my seed packets. I kind of just went through and I just made some simple, just January, February, and then based on when my last frost date is, and then what the seed packet said, I just kind of put them together. I do have more seeds coming, but I just kind of put them together so I knew what months I had to start getting ready, which brought a whole slew of other things. Like now I need a soil blocker. I looked up the disc versus soil blocker method, and I just think for now it would probably be cheaper for me to go with maybe a soil blocker method and just use a pre-made mix. I do see a lot of videos where people make their own mix, and that's cool. Hopefully I get there someday and I can probably save my money there, and maybe I'll change by the time I do that, who knows. But for now I'm thinking I need to just order some of that stuff. And I've looked into trays and they're kind of expensive, and I don't see like why like a lunch tray. Just putting your soil blockers on that and being able to feed the water, and then it doesn't have holes in it, so it would come up through those. I don't know. And those are a lot cheaper. They're like $1 or something each. So I might go that way because it looks like I might need some grow lights. I don't really have anywhere in my house that would be a good place to start seedlings. And I know that this first year will probably have a lot of failures, but I am going to go with heat pads, soil blockers, the heat lamps, and I've just done a lot of research on that. I haven't actually ordered anything yet, but I will be ordering that, and then come January, February when I'm getting that set up, I will obviously do a video for that. So right now what I've been trying to do is I've been trying to go through, and I have my spreadsheets. I have my diagram, my map. I've kind of watched out there how the sun goes and like what areas are covered for the longest, what get more sun. And so I'm trying to think of, okay, if we're going to go plow up this land, where do I want each of the types of seeds that I decided in my spreadsheet. I just did a spreadsheet for spring, summer, and fall, and I picked 3 types of flowers for each, and then I looked up and I got out of the book, the different kinds you want for floral arrangements. So I have like the focals, the air, the filler, the spikes, and the discs. And I tried to go through and order and get, some from each category. I do have some highlights on here where I obviously I couldn't get those yet. But I did order most of these seeds, And so when I go and I look at each of these seeds and then, you know, how many would fit in my 4 by 10 foot bed, I started adding to this spreadsheet. So I have another spreadsheet now that's actually quite a bit bigger, and it will say, you know, like, so 65 seeds of this type of plant will fit in one flower bed. And I've ordered 200 seeds, so that would mean on this chart I need to mark out 3 flower beds for that type of seed. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm just trying to go through, and I have 128 flower beds, but based on the seeds I ordered, I think I only need about 60 some. So we have narrowed it down again from, I think, I don't remember, I think it might have been an eighth of an acre. So I don't know. I'll figure that out and let you know, but we might be looking at just starting with an eighth of an acre, which is fine. I mean, I have 4,000 seeds, and a bunch of those have to be started inside, and I've never done this before. This is my journey. So, you know, maybe someday I can put all these videos together and make it a lot quicker and more simple to just say, I did this, this, and this worked, but if you're following along and going along for the ride, you're going to see my failures, you're going to see my successes, and hopefully this turns into something, you know, that's what it is. So that's what I'm doing today. I just wanted to kind of let people know. I know it's not real exciting and it's nothing about flowers, but maybe if you were starting a flower farm and you hadn't actually gone out and measured your land and then thought about how many seeds would fit in each little plot of your flower garden when you have your walkways and everything, I do think this is good. This has just brought so much stuff to light to me. I have a better idea of, okay, like if I have this done and now I plow it and I get seedlings and I need to go plant it, or say I want to know how many feet of the black weed protector I need, this is giving it to me now. I didn't know any of that. I would have been either wasting money or not buying enough and not having enough supplies when the time came. So this really is showing me what I need, what it will fill up, and you know, and I can even like have a budget now. I can say, okay, like this is enough for this year, you know, things like that. So that's where I'm at. It's just a lot of planning, and anyone that is starting, I definitely recommend this planning, because this really is telling me, okay, you can probably plant about 70 flower beds, as long as your seeds germinate, as long as your bulbs come in, you know, all of that kind of stuff. And then also I can see, okay, where are my shaded areas for plants that might only require 4 to 5 hours of sun versus my plants that need 6 to 8 hours of sun. And I can just start plotting out on this where I'm going to put those things. And there is a lot more of the farm, obviously, when I showed you guys. And there's like an area here, down here at the farm. It's along the driveway, and it's really hard to mow right there. The video didn't do it justice. I tried to say it was a really steep hill, and then the video did not make it look steep. But it is steep. It's too steep to just ride a mower on it without tipping off. And even going down, you kind of like hit the driveway, so it's not safe. So we weeded that whole hill. So I thought it would be cool to put like peonies there. It gets a lot of sun. It's a hill, so it drains, so they wouldn't be sitting in the water. And from what I've read, they don't like to just sit in water. So I thought that'd be a really good spot, and maybe I could put a row of peonies. And then, you know, you have to leave those alone for like 2 or 3 years. So those can't be part of my flower garden now. But in 3 years, you know, as my flower garden's growing, all of a sudden I can throw peonies in the mix, which there are some peonies out there now that are like 100 years old, and I love bringing those in and putting them in my house. Like, for 2-3 weeks, my entire house smells amazing when I just have a jar of those on my table. So I love that in the springtime. It's one of my favorite things. They're actually really expensive, so I ordered some, but I'm probably gonna, I want to get different colors. I think I ordered a peach variety, but all the other ones were sold out because I didn't really know what I was doing. I jumped into this, and like, there's a lot of stuff sold out. There's a lot of things I can't get. And so that stuff's going on the list next year so that I can order it sooner and better. And so yeah, so I'm making calendars. I'm putting together a seed tray where I know what seeds need to be taken care of in what months. I'm plotting out my land to say this is where I'm going to start these. It might change. A lot of these are annuals. If they don't do good in a spot, I can, I can make a video on that type of flower and just go along with what I found. So that's where I'm at today. I just wanted to give you an update. Sorry I was off for about a week. I wasn't feeling very good. So, alright, have a good day. Bye. Okay, so of the seeds that I have gotten so far, which I'm supposed to get a lot more, and my plots, right? So in this whole square, I have 128 flower beds. Each bed is 4 feet by 10 feet, and then I have walkways in between. And then I have listed, based on how many seeds I've gotten, I've just kind of said, okay, this is where I'm going to try to put the beds. So if I know where those all are, it should make it easier. Now, this is based on the fact that I actually can grow the seeds and get them to grow this winter. And if I don't, then I guess I'll just have some of these beds will be empty, or maybe I can just move them up and, till out less of this land down here. But of all the seeds I have so far, this is what it's looking like.